Okay, hello everyone, and today we're back with a new video, and starting with a new series actually. This is the Self VOD series, so this is where I'm VOD myself and my own gameplay. Pretty easy to VOD, I think. I do make a couple of good plays in here, obviously don't play the game very much, so I do make quite a lot of mistakes. So it's going to be quite good to look over the things I do good and the things I do badly as well. Obviously I'm not the best player compared to what I used to be, whatever, so you're going to still learn quite a lot. My main off-spawn plan would be landing at the conversions and looting everything near it. I do have a full off-spawn plan. If you do have the Masterclass, it is out in the Masterclass right now. The video about this drop spot is very, very good drop spot. As long as you play it correctly, of course. But yeah, that's my off-spawn plan, and then going into mid-game for my first game, essentially I'm just playing off my strengths. Obviously, I'm not the best Ubik here, so I was essentially just playing really passive, getting cap loot, just getting enough loot essentially to make sure I can win the game. So yeah, now obviously I'm in mid-game, just getting a good position, doing good rotates through here. 35 alive, not stacked really, so it's going to be a pretty free win as long as I can make sure I don't get scuffed anywhere through mid-game. So I'm not trying to take any fights to get myself scuffed unless I get like a really big advantage. I still look for stuff sometimes, but unless I have an opportunity to get a really big advantage or get ahead of the fight somehow, then I won't go for it. So now, firstly, I did end up boxing in lazy with a car too, so in case I didn't pull third zone, as you can see, I'm pretty much just fully edge here. In case I didn't pull zone, I had the car now to rotate in further and get potentially towards center zone. As you can see, I do end up doing a little bit of a cheap rotate in with the car. Good timing, quite early as well, which is quite good. Minimize the risk of anyone else being further ahead than me in zone. So I go in pretty easily with the car here. Yeah, break this wall, whatever, blah blah blah. And I box myself fairly central. Obviously, being here now is a lot better than being in the edge of lazy, which is more central for third zone. I've still got my car as well, so I've still got a lot of rotation options. No pad though. Yeah, we'll see what I do. So I do end up going. I go to the trees where I can refarm. Don't go in too far because a lot of people already box as well. As you can see here, I do end up pulling a very good fourth zone as well. I'm just essentially holding a lot of people here, trying to get as much kills as I can. I'm also looking for potentially people that could die near me. I could potentially get refresh off that too. And as I have the car here, I know that zone is close, so especially if I do manage to get into zone early, I will be able to hold everyone that's going to pad from this side. There's going to be a lot of people padding here. I'll potentially get a couple kills out the sky, maybe more loot, whatever, get a good refresh before going into first moving. Especially, it'll be made much easier if I do that by going early into 50-50 zone, which is what I do. As I've got the car, I can easily go in early. As you can see now, I'm almost in 50-50 zone, ready to hold people when they pad. As you can hear right there, I do hear that guy place a pad, but I was thinking it might be bait, so I do end up waiting here a little bit. I'll wait looking through my cone, then I do hear him pad there, so I know it's safe to go. Although I know I'm not going to go straight away because I know other people are going to hit that pad too. So I'm kind of waiting for someone to run past me. This is my plan here. Might be able to get a little refresh because I kind of need a little bit more metal. But obviously I'm not going to grief myself for it. I do end up going for the pad, which is higher up as well, just because I know exactly where that pad is. Yeah, and I end up waiting here just to maybe get a cheeky kill before I even go into the first move in, which would be nice, but don't end up getting it, so don't grief myself for it. Pad, high pad. A high pad here, I think my reasoning for this high pad would be so that I could potentially get like a higher view on height. I don't think height was really looking at me, so I saw that, and then I just high padded as well, because I've got more time in the air. So yeah, I didn't really go for height here. I knew that I didn't want a 50-50 foot really. I tried looking for a double dip pad too, but couldn't get one. So I just thought, okay, I'm going to land a good layer. Not going to 50-50 yet. Don't need a pad. I don't need mats or a refresh or anything, so I'm just going to get a good position. Okay, that was a bit of a panic there. Where I landed, could have landed in a lot better position. I probably should have just landed on this brick here and then just kept leading in, but instead I just get too greedy to go front side. I try to save mats, but I end up wasting more mats by trying to save more mats. Yeah, so I almost landed someone's box as well. So, yeah, definitely should have landed a little bit further back on a bit much higher there. So now I'm still looking for the refresh. Look at the guy. I crack him, but I still don't go for the kill. Don't get greedy for anything. Still got a pad. 900 mats as well. So I got a couple layers, quite nice rotate. Definitely should have blocked off behind a little bit more there. Definitely should have blocked off behind. A lot of people probably following this rotate as well because it's a free type. A lot of people do. So blocking up behind there. Could have potentially got run from behind, so should have blocked there. Okay, just a quick thing there from my first game, especially like earlier game refreshes or in like less stacked lobbies, you got more time to rotate. So I did look back for a kill here for a little bit longer. As you can see, zone's pulling, and I did look back for the kill. What I tried to do is when I see someone like edit out of a box, I'll try to place the floor and the cone before them, so I'll be able to double edit them down and essentially get a free refresh, because it's something that not a lot of people are doing right now, and nobody will really expect this, so they're kind of shocked when you edit them down, as they'll think it's like their floor. But I didn't end up getting it there, so I just carried on. Got a pad still. Probably going to low pad this. I think a lot of people think when they got a pad, like in this situation, that they need to pad, even though you don't really need to. So see here, it's a pretty free run rotate, so I'm just going to keep running it. Lots of old builds as well. Don't need to pad there. Don't need to pad. So I got. So now I was waiting a little bit there for a refresh. Decided to stagger my rotate pretty well because I do need a refresh. I don't need one, but I kind of should be looking for one now because I've only got 400 mats. Still can play a lot of time, but I didn't get too greedy for a refresh at all. I was just going for little pump tags, and if I did get a little crack or something, I could aggress from that, but I didn't really get anything too good to aggress from. So I decided to wait here, and I can pad ahead early, pad ahead late to save some more mats. So pad ahead, good position, boxing up, still saving a lot of mats though. Probably a little mistake there, not too big of a mistake, but I think you could have saved a little bit more mats and got a better position if I didn't end up going to Sada zone. So if I did go north side here, it would have been a little bit better because I would have stuck to Sada zone, saved more mats, better opportunities to look for a refresh too. Did almost get sandwiched here. If you look here, I started getting sprayed from 2 different angles, could have ended very, very badly. So if I was on the Sada zone, wouldn't have got sandwiched so much here. I still got good mats. I'm essentially playing off a lot of mats, playing off my mats like a lot. I don't really want to go for a kill, so I still got 0 kills, so I'm not obviously the best fighter. Could have maybe been looking a little bit more for refreshes. Just don't want to get too greedy for anything really. Okay. Right. So yeah, a little bit of an interesting rotate there. Probably should have built a little bit more, but I don't know what I was doing. So I look down here. Oh, I see these mats. This is pretty lucky to be honest. So much mats I've got here. Got 450 mats. So this is very good. Having 450 mats this late in zone is like very, very good. I see this pad here, I thought, okay, might as well use it. Basically, don't really lose too much from using that. Probably could have got up one here. I think being in this tarp for too long, especially when it's like full built metal walls, is pretty risky. Especially as I've got like decent mats now, could have got up one layer earlier. Yeah, and as you see, final moving pulls far as well. So breaking through that metal wall, I lose a lot of time there. Could have potentially got like stuck on backside and got scuffed. Pretty lucky I got away with that, I think. So now go up, good layer. Definitely need to be building more though. Could be blocking off a little bit behind. I think I need to get ahead more and then looking like behind to claim doubles. Do look behind though. I do actually aggress on this guy because I know this guy has to come to me, so I can play really aggressive on him. So yeah, so I end up getting in there. Yeah, not my kind, but unlucky. Definitely should be building more here. I should have gone left there instead of going straight here, really, because I know there's a guy here, and I can go around left of the building. I essentially just don't end up building enough, and I go like into where a lot of people are coming as well. So you can see, especially where zone's pulling, a lot of people are going to be going to this area. So I could have definitely gone either through the building or around the left of the building. That's probably my main mistake for this game. Definitely an underbuild at the end there. Unnecessary 50-50, could have probably edited up as well. Okay, now this is second game. I do end up getting double keyed a little bit here. I'm not getting pretty scuffed, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously this isn't the ideal situation to be in, but I had a llama, so I knew I could play off a lot of my mats. Obviously going back to the point of me not being a very good fighter, I'll take this opportunity to disengage with the pepper as well. I had high ground on him and he wasn't really looking for too much edits on me, so I knew I could potentially get away. I block off my floors, I block off my ramp as well with floors, which is pretty good to get away too. I don't heal yet, obviously, just want to get as far away as possible from him, essentially. So this is pretty underrated thing. I don't think a lot of people realise that how easy it is sometimes to disengage in solos, especially when you've got things like chili peppers and stuff. Really easy. I think people just want to fight too much too. Especially when you're like this stacked how I was, I knew that even if I didn't have the most mats, I could easily refarm mats. I didn't want to die being this stacked, like 2 pads, chili peppers, everything. Like, I'd rather use like 2 minis and a big and escape rather than risking having to fight that. So looking at my positioning again, I positioned myself kind of on the edge. It's not too stacked, 54 alive. I had a little bit of surge because I got off spawn tags and earlier tags in the game, so I'm not going to have to stress too much about surge. So I know that I can box on edge here, and I can focus on refarming like a lot of my mats, and I'll get my mats up and then do a little bit of a later rotate into third zone with essentially more mats. So we can have a look at my mats here now. As you can see, I ended up getting a lot more mats, which is pretty good considering I came from that very scuffed position. I've now got 1.2k mats, capped hards, which is very good. Still 2 pads as well. Basically lost nothing apart from a couple chugs, a couple minis and shields or whatever. That's not going to really affect my game too much. I've also got the car now. I do like playing with cars a lot, I'm not going to lie. I think they're pretty good, especially for these less stacked games on edge, dead side too. You get rotates done very easily. Okay, I'm just going to go through a little bit of my thought process here. It might seem a little bit strange to some people what I'm doing right now. Normally you'd box on top of a bridge rather than under it. But to be honest, I don't think this is too bad, to be honest. Like, considering I don't really want too much kills, I don't really need too much surge. So I do end up boxing underneath the bridge. My reasoning for this is that so I can refarm like a lot of metal and not having to like risk having like walls open early. Like when you're above bridge, you got a lot more attention to you. And also, I don't think it's too terrible really to be below a bridge here because I have the car. I saw a car was beneath me. Although I didn't use my car to rotate for this zone, I saw a car was beneath me. So I did have a potential option for rotate as long as nobody took that car. This right, as you can see here, is like too risky. This is too open. I should definitely be placing like reverse ramps or something just to cover more space. Like someone could easily jump in here, like a scar from above could just jump in my box straight away. It's too risky. I did end up pulling quite a good 50-50 zone. I do have 2 pads as well. I could have easily gone for that supply drop, but I knew a lot of people were looking as well, like this supply drop here. I could have easily gone for it. A lot of people were looking at me, too high risk already. Didn't really need it. I see this guy, he's getting the supply drop. I'm just going to let him, and I take this opportunity as he's distracted getting the supply drop now to use my car and then rotate. There's a lot of people swimming in, so these people swimming now aren't going to shoot me. It's just only this guy in front, really.
Shoot the kid there.
And that is me complaining, yes. I do end up rotating back where I had my old car as well. But obviously not really the best to use old cars on first moving, but still. Anyway, you will see I do actually make quite good use of that car, to be honest. Bit of a risky play here. I ended up going for the match. Should have built so much more. Like I see there's spare metal as well. I've only used 1 metal build. I should have definitely built a lot more metal going for that as well. That is too risky. 500 metal too. I could use so much mats. Okay, and then as I said before, I do actually make quite good use of the car. I'm dead side. I knew that a lot of people for 50-50 zone are going to be in like the north side because that's just how zones are. When zones are like south, a lot more people are going to be on the north side of zones. So I take this opportunity to run south side or go my car south side and then shoot that side here. Pretty free. I'll probably get a little bit greedy here. Oh no, here's fine. I stay behind this wall. I'll probably get a little bit greedy later to stay in the car too long. I should have just taken this opportunity to get in a good position here, and maybe get out here, then get up like 2 layers probably. But I think I get too greedy. I get too greedy, go a little bit too front. I get sandwiched in between a lot of trees as well. I'll go center as well. So just could have easily stuck right there. Especially as zones pulling towards right side, it means that the north side is going to be a little bit more contested as well. Obviously, because that car rotate, I didn't even use a pad or a chili splash. I still got very, very good mats. Okay, so you can see here now, a lot of people make this mistake. They go for too much during like next zone pull. So now I've got 3 seconds till next zone pull. I'm not going to go for anything. I'm just going to chill, try getting my cone, obviously failed to get my cone. Then I'm going to think about my next rotate. Here, I already know what I'm going to do for my next rotate. As you can see, edit the cone, I'm going to do a little low pad, or high pad even. I look at height here, high pad so I can look at height. Solos, you die a lot less out of the sky. Unless it's very stacked lobbies and you're rotating in the contested area, then you die out of the sky there. But I go for a double dip here, nice double dip. Because I know I want to take height, so I want to stay in the air as long as possible. Obviously, with a double dip as well, you're more likely to be like the last person in the air, really. So see here, no one's on height, but obviously because the shadow, the time I play this cash cup, shadow floppers are in the game, and still we can have a lot of people padding. So here is like a very good way to hold height. I'm constantly shotgunning, no ADS. I stay up very high, not using a lot of mats really, but I'm still staying quite well connected and quite up quite high. So you see here, this is a lot, quite important. A lot of people don't hold height well here. So it's basically pumping anyone that comes near me, and I don't really pay much attention to the people that don't look like they're landing on me. Like this kid, he looks like he's going to land on me, so I pay a lot of attention to him, and I immediately switch to the next person. So this kid, oh, fall off height there, didn't mean to do that obviously. Yeah,
Oh,
fall off height again.
Like what?
Just ignore the coach mechanics, okay? The hold is good. Yeah, so now, good mats now, gonna hold height really well, just apply good AR pressure, 300 AR bullets. I noticed this kid comes quite close to the front side. I know he could potentially take height from me, so I'm gonna go over in a minute. I'm gonna go over and connect to him, try and apply a little bit of pressure to him as well. One thing I don't do, I think I should have stayed ahead here. I could have expanded easily. Go back a little bit. Here, when zone's pulling far, you see how I could have gone ahead easily. Like here, right here, I could have gone ahead easily in wood and then used my brick to stay front side. Yeah, that's pretty a mistake. I stayed too far back here. I don't claim enough. Like a lot of people could just start go up front side and then look at me. But still, got 0 kills. Definitely be looking for a little bit more kills. Not too many kill points though, so I don't risk too much. So here now, I look for people that are looking down as well. That's a very free kill move. So get that nice kill on that guy there on second height. Take his layer as well. As you can see here, applying good layer, applying good pressure to second height. But one of my problems is that I don't really connect enough. Because if I get chopped out here by the guy on ulti low ground, the guy that is playing like one layer above low ground could easily take height, and then I could potentially just completely throw my game. So I need to be connecting more here. Only in single layer wood, when I have like 600 mats going to the final moving, I should be using a lot more. So here they're both fighting now, so I drop down a little bit, apply a little bit more pressure. I know that he might be quite weak, so I try not to give him any time to heal, but I'm still not over peeking. See, I'm playing a very, very safe peaks here. But I know he's not healing, so I can play off a little bit more time. Drop down a little bit, trying to get a nice pre-fire here, play off nice peaks. I do have fast heals, like chili chugs as well. So now he's cracked, right? Now he's cracked. He has no white heals. If he tries popping a mini, I can just wait for him to try pop that mini, then just kill him from there. So now, also, I know pretty much I cracked him, so it's guaranteed win. He's probably got no whites, no chugs. If he does, I'll just drop him. He's got no mats too. Yeah. Now that I hear him, I hear like a small audio cue that he's still walking, and that means he's still going to be walking like into zone, so I can easily take the opportunity, wait for his zone to come, and then pump him. Essentially, I'll get that win. Which is pretty nicely done, to be honest.